It is Motivational Monday, and we get to be joined by Christy Frazier today. And we're still talking about the topic of how you can sort of take your past, use it, and motivate you to move forward, right?
Yes, yes. And we have talked about reinventing yourself, and we've gone through a couple of different topics.
We sure have. I think reinventing yourself is a difficult thing, but when you talk about investing in yourself, sometimes that can be a little bit harder, especially if you are a mom.
Yes.
Right? Because things
Yes.
just sort of get in the way and you kind of put yourself on the back burner. But what do you think we can do to make sure that we are investing in ourselves?
So it has been said that the best investment you can ever make is that of investing in yourself. And I think no matter what age, that's so true all across the spectrum, because there is so many ways that we can recreate ourselves. And that's one thing that we talked about a couple weeks ago, is recreating yourself.
Absolutely.
And with so much free information out there, it really doesn't have to cost a whole lot.
You're so right about that. The cost can set people back sometimes because you think, oh, I just don't have the budget for that. But there are so many free resources.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Podcasts and books and all those things. How do we take those free resources, put those to use to help us move forward?
So let me ask you first, what is your favorite podcast? Because
Oh
I
my
know
gosh.
you are you love podcasts like I do, like a binge on podcasts.
Okay, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I really like, I can't really believe I'm admitting this, I like Mike Tyson's podcast.
I didn't even know he had a podcast.
He does, and it's one that my husband and I listen to together.
Okay.
And so it's out of the box thinking. That the language is not all that great, I will say that. But he makes me think about things that I would not normally think about.
Yes.
And when it's time for me to listen to a podcast, I kind of want to do something totally off the beaten path. And so that's why that one works for me.
So for my favorites, I love people that just fire me up and motivate me. And that's part of investing in myself. My favorite go-to podcast is probably Rachel Hollis.
Okay.
Love Rachel Hollis. Brian Buffini is my second one. He's a real estate coach, but he has practical things all throughout life. And then my third would probably be Tony Robbins.
Oh, of course.
For self-help.
Yeah.
There's others in like my Bible podcast
Yes,
and things like that.
yes.
But for my self-help. So we talk about podcasts.
I should have said my Bible
Yeah,
podcast.
you should have. So podcasts are a great way, but I will say that, you know, a lot of times when we choose the free route, we don't tend to stick to
That's true.
the plan,
Yep.
right? So sometimes it's important to hire a business coach or a personal coach or a health coach as well.
I do believe in that too. You're right. When you are investing in yourself, it does help to have a little skin in the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Well, in the last few seconds that we have left, any last minute takeaways that you want people to really think about?
Just decide what you want to do and do it. That's what we've talked about all along. Invest in yourself, get a good game plan, and get organized.
I love it. There's your motivational minute right there. Christy Frazier. You can find her on Facebook at Christy Frazier Biz. Thank you so much.
Thank you.